Hi, I invite you to do a first bachata class with me right here, right now. I'll give you a little introduction and the actual lesson will only take a song. So it's a small time commitment. You can do it anywhere as long as you have a way of listening to me, seeing me, and a little space to move. The introduction I want to give you is a movement psychology experiment called error-free learning. Here's what they did. They took a group of people and they asked them to do some golf putting. And the distance they gave them between the hole and the ball was tiny. The people had no problem succeeding. They succeeded every time. In fact, they were so bored they didn't even really pay attention to what they were doing. And so once they got good at this task, they made the distance a little longer, but they kept it short enough to where it's still a pretty mindless task. And they kept each time people got really good, increasing the distance a little bit, and they kept them in the space where it's like really easy, really mindless, people didn't have to pay attention. And eventually they had a pretty long distance where people successfully put it. Group number 2, they start with the long distance. In this group, they missed a lot. People came up with hypotheses in their head, and like why they missed, and theories, like, oh, I have to crunch my shoulders a little more. There's a lot of like thinking about how to do it, and they did a really terrible job at learning. The researchers explained it that the people that did terrible, they had a lot of cognitive interference. Cognitive interference means you're like thinking a lot about the movement you should be doing, and also thinking and trying to correct it is interfering with your natural movement learning process. It's interfering with your motor cortex learning movement. Getting to the lesson we're about to do together. I'm gonna give you some simple movements and I'm gonna slowly build it, and like in the error-free learning, you might feel like you're not actually learning much, but actually you are learning a lot. You're learning a lot faster than the people that struggle and feel like they're learning a lot. The one thing I ask is, if you find it's very easy, don't think about your grocery list. Instead, just focus on the music. The more you focus on the music, the more it'll help you along. So I'm about to turn on music. You wanna just copy my movements and I'll slowly build up. I'll try to keep in the space where you're relaxed, because when you're relaxed you learn better than when you're tense. And so you want to be relaxed, enjoy the music, and naturally let your body learn the dance. Let's just do a weight shift side to side. Let's lead with our chest a little bit. And little hips. And slower hips, like a little U-shape. And just lift up a hip. And chest, side. 1, 2, down, 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 and let's just do a step tap. Slow step tap. And notice I come a little up on my feet. And maybe pops it up a little bit. Leave a little bit more with the chest. And we're gonna speed up a little. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2-step taps to the side. And this is a bachata basic. In case I lost you, let's go back to just waist shifting. I let my knees be relaxed, my hips relax, and go back to step tap. And I go for bases too. Beautiful. This is how I start building up movement in the learning lab. With this camera, I can't see where you're at. Usually in class, I adapt to the students. Sometimes the student comes in and it just spent 20 years behind the computer, so you have to do things a lot slower. Sometimes a student comes in, they have years of serious ballet training, so you can pretty quickly add like fun little things into it and rhythms.